You were, as I said, you were drafted by Boston. What kind of was the biggest challenge for you to kind of find your stride? And you eventually got in with the Islanders. What kind of was going on there for you?
I think it's just finding your game. I think everyone, every player goes through this. When you're drafted out of junior, when you're drafted out of college, you possibly at that time, you're more of a skilled player at the time. Maybe you're a top six guy on your team in junior or in college. But when you turn pro, you have to find ways and you have to find your niche as a player, and what is that going to be if you play in the NHL? And that's what I had to learn. I had to learn that I'm not going to be a top six guy. I'm not going to be a skill guy. Those guys are 0.001% in the NHL, those guys that are top six. So I had to learn that, I had to do all the little things. I had to do the intangibles. I had to win faceoffs. I had to kill penalties. Maybe I had to fight sometimes. Those things I had to learn in my definitely my first few years pro in the minors, and it was really good for me. And it taught me how to be a good pro and how to be, the player that I was my whole career. So I think that was the big transition for me was, finding my role and finding my way in the minors to know that, if I want to play in the NHL one day, this is how I'm going to have to play. And that's what happened.